Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about Principle 3 of Womack Jones' Principles of Lean. This principle is called creating flow. What do we mean by flow in Lean? So we understand what our customer values. We've now mapped our process. We now understand what it takes to get from customers sending us an order all the way for us delivering our service or product. Now we have to look at how can we make this process flow. That is about removing all of the rocks in the way of the river of flow. So what could these rocks be? They could be setup times, they could be redundant signatures and sign-offs, there could be many things. There's a principle called waste, called the 8 wastes or 7 wastes. It varies, depends on who you talk to, and these can be called out by the acronym Tim Wood. So T stands for transportation. So transportation, how do I have to move my product or service around to get things done? I is for inventory, so how much inventory builds up between each step in my process. We want to control this and understand it. We want to try and reduce it as much as possible so we can quickly move from one step to another. Motion, what do I have to do? Where do I have to go? How do I move as physically as a person to get this job done? Any twisting, bending, all health and safety, all things like that. We need to think about how to identify them and reduce them. The W is for waiting. So people wait for machines, machines wait for people, machines wait for machines, people wait for people. There's many ways we can identify waiting, and you'll be surprised how much your process waits when you're watching it. The first O is for over-processing. So over-processing is how many times do you have to do this? How many times do you have to sign a form to get it signed off? How many redundant things are in that process? The second O is for overproduction. So this is probably the mother of all waste. This creates everything. So if you overproduce, you need more space, you create more inventory. If you have more inventory, you have to move it around more. If you have more stuff to move around, you have to work around it and transport things. So overproduction is a really big waste that's easy to see, but it's hard to remove. And the final one is D, which is defects. These are when you start up a process and it's not quite right and you have to readjust it, or it can be during the manufacturing process or the process you're delivering your service where you create some non-quality. So that is Tim Wood. There is an 8th waste, and that's all about people, and that's about engaging people. You can have all the work in the world. If you do not engage your people and bring them along with you, you will not be able to improve your process. So that, in essence, is how we create flow in a process. Thank you very much for listening. There is more on the website, and there's more videos and some blogs and things like that, so please come and check me out.